Okay, so today we're going deep on some lyrics. We're
Yeah.
looking at "No Way Out" by Native Thugz. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to kind of unpack some of the emotion in this song. And I mean, right away, the opening lines kind of hit you right in the face.
Yeah.
You know, this song is for the ones drowning in their own mind, for the ones screaming with no voice, for the ones who wonder if anyone would give a damn if they were gone. This is Native Thugz Revolution.
Oh yeah, right away.
Right.
That's that really speaks to like a very particular experience, right? It's not like a general kind of statement. It's really targeted at people who are feeling very isolated in their struggles. And I think that's what makes it so powerful right away. If you've ever felt that way, like unseen or unheard, uh, those words, they hit you like really hard.
Yeah, and it's that feeling of being trapped, almost suffocated by your own mind that really runs throughout the whole song.
Yep.
You get lines like "Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, just me alone." The voices,
Yeah.
and then later on, "Same four walls, just a bigger cage."
Mhm.
And even just that start can't escape.
Yeah.
What do you think about that image of a bigger cage?
Mhm.
Even after talking about like little four walls.
Well, it seems like it's not just physical, right? It's
Yeah.
like the feeling of being trapped is internal, and it's even bigger. It doesn't even matter if the space is bigger. That feeling persists. Maybe it even intensifies.
And then on top of that feeling of being overwhelmed, there's this really powerful sense of not being able to even express the pain.
Right.
Get lines like "Can't cry no more, ran out of tears," and try to speak, but my throat stays tight. Try to fight, but I lost that. Right? It's like they're being stripped of even the tools to deal with this suffering.
Absolutely. It's like a level of exhaustion where even cures, the most natural release isn't available anymore. And then not being able to speak or fight suggests this powerlessness, like you said. Like any attempt to even try to get over this is just pointless.
Then you get this really interesting perspective on time. It's almost
Yeah.
unsettling because instead of being a healer, it's like they tell me time heals, just hold on tight, but time don't heal. Nothing.
Yeah.
Time takes your life. Every second drags. Every night repeats every prayer I whisper dies at my feet.
Yeah.
Why this rejection of this common idea that time heals all wounds?
Well, I think it speaks to how time is subjective, right?
Right.
Especially when you're in pain like that. Every moment just feels so slow, and the future, it doesn't really offer any hope. It just kind of feels like the erosion of, just of your being.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
It's a very, very different way of looking at it than this kind of comforting idea that time is the solution.
And then there's this like really raw internal battle happening.
Yeah.
You get these conflicting desires. I don't want to be here, but I want to leave. I don't want to die, but I want to breathe. I don't want to be weak, but I got no fight. Just want to fuck and sleep. Just want to sleep through the night. It's so visceral. It's just this tangle of wanting to escape but being unable to.
Right. It's not a simple wish for like, just oblivion. It's so much more complicated than that.
Yeah.
Like a desire for relief, or numbness, but also this clinging to life, even though it's so painful.
And this feeling of being stuck really seems to lead to this questioning of hope and destiny.
Uh-huh.
Lines like, "Ain't no mercy. Just a ride. Maybe I lost before I began. Maybe I'm trapped in a dead man's plan. Maybe I was never meant to break free. Maybe this life wasn't built for me."
Yes.
It's so heavy with doubt.
Yeah.
It's like the whole foundation of their existence is in question.
Absolutely. It's it really makes you think about fate and whether our path is set or not and whether it's inherently negative. And I think a lot of people who are, struggling with their own sense of purpose in life, these lines, they just really hit home.
And then there's also this fading connection to the past.
Right.
I hear the old ones, but their voices fade. The fire went out. I can't be saved.
Mhm.
Maybe they left me. Maybe they knew. Maybe I was never meant to make it through. It's like they're losing that guidance or support from even those who they were once close to.
Yeah, it's like a deepening isolation, like even those connections to your history and to your support systems, they're just weakening and you're left feeling completely alone.
But then in the middle of all of this despair,
Yeah.
there's this powerful statement at the end. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I still breathe, but I don't know if there's hope for me. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't know what. And maybe this is the end revolution. It's a statement of survival, even without resolution.
It's a very powerful statement in the face of so much, despair and hopelessness. And it speaks to the will to continue even when you don't see the path forward and even when hope feels so distant.
So we've got this overwhelming sense of being trapped, a voice silenced by pain. It's just a huge struggle with internal turmoil, all laid bare in these lyrics.
Absolutely. And it makes you think about art and how it can just give us this really raw glimpse into human experience, these inner battles that most people don't talk about.
Exactly.
What is encountering this kind of honesty? What does that make you feel?
That's a really good question for all of you out there to think about.
Hmm.
We'd love to hear your thoughts, and thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.